gas. Put your things in the bed, rap. We're the ones kept cool without the get a pack of cold and pour it up. Pour it up. Get something else down for. Never said it, get it. Lift it up and go. Keep on down on them with this shit. My life so lit right now, might put 100 more turnarounds. I be killing them for my
Turf Talk 101, Travon Smith, man. It's always a pleasure to catch up with this young man right here. I've had a chance to talk to him a couple times. We're going to have some of his highlights in the beginning. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to come out of Corona. He's an elite athlete. He's a his team should have actually beat Modern Day. You know, that's I'm gonna go back to that all the time. It was a couple things that didn't go right in that game, but that was the one public team that should have beat Modern Day at that time in this day of era, and it's the one and only Israel Carter. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. It's always good to see you. Of course, I've been following your story. I think it's important for us to follow up because of the fact to
Right.
keep people on top of what's been going on. Because a lot, the big media, in my opinion, they love you. You know what I'm saying when it's that time of the year back in the day, but then they forget about you guys as you grow, and that's the part I love seeing the development. So, go ahead and any accolades that people should know from high school to where you at from transferring. Just go ahead and give everybody the breakdown of what's going on with Izzy right now, man.
Um, well, I'm in a very unique situation right now. I was at the University of South Florida, coming into college. I decommitted and I ended up going to it came down to UCLA, UCF, and then Norfolk State. And so I've always been I've always been a visionary dude, and so I've never really wanted to settle into situations that I don't know. If I see a vision with something, especially with Mike Vick being the head coach, then I was going to take that route. And so he kind of gave me the breakdown of what he was doing, and I fell in love with it. And now we on the journey together, and so we just trying to do the best we can to win our championship here, bring a championship back to the city of Norfolk in Virginia, and then hopefully see what else happens from there. But I mean, this year is going to be a really fun year for me.
And I'm gonna get into that because I've always envisioned you. You know how they have players where they put up on the NFL draft board and they compare them.
Yes,
I've
sir.
always compared you to Michael Vick, and I know somewhere in your family and your heart, you've always compared yourself to Michael Vick as well.
Nah,
Because
yeah,
yeah,
for
because
sure.
when we watched you in high school, you had that form of play, and it's crazy how the journey or the alignment of life,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, when you work in a positive way, happens to like it was.
right.
Before we get to where you at now, man, because I don't want to keep you long. I know you got training and you're in all these different programs you have to go to. I want to talk a little bit about the process of nowadays. All these high school athletes, they assume, oh, I did good in high school. I'm going to go to college and just be there 4 years, and everything works out perfect. Can you talk about the just the mentality of where they need to be at? Like everything isn't always perfect, but you still got to be able to to reflect and bounce back.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, coming out of high school and you balling, or you one of the best players in the country. Um, you're supposed to have that confidence. You're supposed to have that belief that that's just what comes as a ball player. But at the same time, you got to understand that no matter how talented you is, it's very strategic. It's a plan to how you get to where you want to be at. And a lot of dudes, they try to rush things, so that's when they enter transfer portals after year one. And I'm not saying that that's not a good thing or a bad thing, but a lot of the because they didn't stick to the process. And as long as you stick to the process, stick to the grind, your work is gonna come over time. I mean, the coaches, they not gonna neglect the talent like you. It's little things you gotta do in college. Like I had to learn, like I had to be a little bit more detailed with how I was doing things. It was really small, like characterizing, and it makes you look at a different respect for football because these are things that matter, and they teach you how to be a better person and everything. And so when it's in college, they got to be able to trust you with everything because at the end of the day, I think college is like semi pros now
Mhm.
because NIL and everything. So they really take that character stuff serious, and you have to do the little things right for them to trust you on the bigger platform and stuff like that. And as long as you consistently stay at the work and you do have those good habits, I mean, eventually it's gonna pay off. And so that's the biggest tip that I have to give to the youth, man, because
Okay.
coming into college, you thinking that you gonna come in and just dominate and then coach is gonna play you like it's other stuff that they want to see out of you before they fully put you out on the field because they got to trust you with everything because it's a lot in college that you got to know, especially for a quarterback. You got to know everybody's job, and it's a lot of details that come within it. So the more they trust you, the more they gonna put you out there, the more you're gonna see them, stuff like that.
Definitely. We're checking in with Israel Carter out of Norfolk quarterback. I want to ask you one more question before we get into where you at now. Uh, if it wasn't for the situation as of right now with Norfolk and Michael Vick, do you think you would have left?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
leaving USF regardless.
okay,
Yeah, I ended up coming in and playing really well my last 3 games, and as a ball player, you want to get on the field.
yeah,
You feel like
okay,
you're ready to take that next step, and I genuinely felt like I was ready to take that next step. I mean, I grew tremendously from when I came into high school to now is my second third year of college. So
okay.
um I'm definitely ready for the opportunities and stuff, and I'm excited to get on the field this year. I'm just ready to ball.
So I just seen some of your, I don't know if it was spring ball or practice film, and I was like, you look so different now. You know what I'm saying? Like
For real.
I knew like Izzy as a 4-2, 4-3 coming out the pocket, and you're on down the field, throw it in the end zone, karate kick. And I was like, damn, he breaking down one. I seen you in the pocket like just relaxed and
Yeah.
settled. Talk about a little bit of that development, where you at now mentally as far as sitting in the pocket.
My senior year of Centennial, I really embraced that time period because it taught me everything and it showed me that, you know what I'm saying, because coming into colleges had colleges had their opinions about me. He's
Yeah,
just gonna run stuff like that. We want to see him throw more, everything. And I always knew I could do it, but that time period, Coach Logan and Coach Cat, they got me right, and it just became to where it was okay. Now you just play chess, and you just take the little stuff, and then eventually the big stuff will open up. So that's ever since then. I wanted to work on that more and more and more, and if I can just beat the team with my arm and use my legs as a weapon when I absolutely have to, then that's what I'll do. And so I feel like that really took my game to a different level. Because it stresses defenses out. And like I said, it's just
yeah,
playing chess, not checkers, and I just really implemented that into my game from that senior year to all the way now, and I'm
yeah,
still learning to perfect it. But how somebody I respect in the game right now is Cam Ward because I respect his journey. I
yeah,
respect the path that he's taken. Similar route in a way, but he's definitely the type of quarterback he could kill you with his legs when he has to, but he just sits in the pocket and he's very poised in the pocket. And so if I can be more of that, then I feel like that'll take my game to a different level. So just every day, just trying to work on it.
okay. I want to talk about the actual momentum of going to Norfolk and getting the call from Norfolk, getting the call from Michael Vick. What was the family's reaction? What was your reaction? Because, like I said, I've always envisioned you as if you asked me who Izzy was, I would say two things. I would say Michael Vick, and then it was my man the guy from Houston that passed away, the quarterback, the big, the big guy. Because a lot of
Oh
people don't know you.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people don't know your statue. It's like when
yeah.
you walk up on you, you don't know you're actually a quarterback. You're kind of big, wide shoulders, So, talk a little bit about getting that phone call and what has it meant to you?
So my godfather, Trevor Brackett, which is Sincere's pops, um, he's actually best friends with Coach Vick, and he's always been trying to
Okay.
get me to conversate with Coach Vick, but something would just always happen. I remember he came to the house, to Trevor's house one time, and I was gonna see. This is long before he decided to go into coaching, and I had practice with Centennial, and so we couldn't really do that. And so it was just my dad. He had saw that he got the job, and he was like, "What did you think about Coach Vick in Norfolk?" I was like, "Norfolk," because I didn't really know too much about them
Yeah.
until last year, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Coach." And of course, you got to give a Hall of Fame quarterback
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
respect. So I just got on the phone with him, and he told, like I said, he gave me his vision, told me what he wanted to do, and right then and there, I knew I wanted to play for him, and do some big things with him. So that's kind of how that thing went, and it was an exciting moment for me once I started to realize who my coach is, like Mike
Yeah.
Vick, doing all my research, and I'm still finding out crazy
Mm.
things. But he was really special, and to me, it means a lot because I watched him a lot when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
first when he played the Redskins, do the bomb, like
Yeah.
all that. Like
He,
I,
he,
I watched all of that when I was
Yeah,
a kid.
hey, scramble around, turn his back to the whole defense, then throw a 70-yard pass.
Man,
So, hey,
man,
one of my favorite quarterbacks. And like I said, I'm not just saying that. I think I've mentioned it before. You remind me of Michael Vick, yeah, a lot since high school, and that's a lot to say. And I want to go back with Steve McNair. My bad, as far as the guy that you remind me of, as far as the bulkiness. But Steve McNair was in the pocket, but he also threw. I mean, ran when he had to, and nobody wanted to tackle him. Talk about what do we have to look for from Izzy this year, man? Because I've seen the practice tape, I've seen the practice film, I've seen the spring game. You look good out there, man. You look real good. Talk about the excitement and what we gonna see from you this year.
just a more poised quarterback.
Yeah.
I know that people haven't seen me a lot or seen me since high school play a full year, but I mean this year I'm ready to
Okay.
represent for hometown and just do what I gotta do what God told me to do, and I'll be fine.
Hey man, I appreciate you for hanging out on me Saturday morning, man. Turf Talk 101 with the one and only. It's a lot of people that copy the name on Instagram. Izzy the Great. This Israel Carter Izzy, the original Izzy we know. Man, we appreciate you, man. Much love for you. You've grown a lot. We proud of you, and we ain't doing nothing but root for you over here. All right, man. I
Appreciate you, my
appreciate you.
man.
Keep it up.
Yes, sir.
Stay healthy. Stay healthy
I
too.
got you, no
Yes,
doubt,
sir.
for real.
We're gonna check
Thank
in
you.
with you, boss. Have a good one.
All right, you too.